A lot of work goes into the prep. We actually look into potential common connections, right? And if there were any previous interactions with the company, with other individuals in the company as well. So we start with that, and obviously the research about the company is important because we want to understand what they do, the indications that they tackle, and also the geographical location, because that tells us a lot about the context of which they're gonna they're gonna come from, and that will inform a lot of the questions that we will have with them during the meeting. So we always start with understanding a little bit about how they view their company and how they view the need that they're looking for, right? And then we build our response in terms of how we present Biorasi in terms of the need that they're after, right? Because that informs a lot of the conversation, and also it helps us to benefit of the little time that we have together. So instead of talking just generalities, which sometimes we do, but we do try to focus as much as we can on honing into how we could help, basically. Every attendee who comes here, it is the expectation that they're looking for something, right? So this is why we always try to ask and listen first to what they are actually looking for. And then we take from the Biorasi experience and from the team's experience what actually helps and brings value to address that need. And that's really how we create demand and availability of service, right? And so that they can match and fit together. And also, that brings also value to the conversation and to the time that we're spending together. That's a very good question. So this is one of the, I would say, difficult things to do in all meetings, not necessarily this one, but because of the quality of the people that we meet and the actual need, specific need that they're going after, this is why determining and pinning next steps becomes easier, right? So, and that basically is informed by the need itself. So if the need is to address an RFP, so we will basically pinpoint a time where the RFP is going to be exchanged, where the discussion around the RFP is going to happen, and so on and so forth. If the need is to understand a little bit about the background of Biorasi in light of a certain functional service that we give, for example, data management, then we pinpoint a date for a specific presentation for data management, during the meeting. And so that really, is the way we tackle this, and we avoid the email trap and the back and forth and just, sometimes sending emails with no responses, right? So really targeting the need, obviously having the need, targeting the need informs all of the, next steps. Yeah, that's also very important. I mean, the setting that Marcus Evans usually picks is also very important, right? Because it has to be conducive for initiation of conversation, right? And so they always choose places that are where you don't need to go anywhere else. That's one, right? So they're, the services are comprehensive in a way where you don't really need to go somewhere else. And you want to stay because it's such a nice, venue, and that goes for both, the providers and the sponsors at the same time. And so everyone wants to stay, and there's always events, like for example today, casino night, right? So, and already the environment is conducive for people to stay. And now that you have, basically enticed people to stay, obviously the chance of having a conversation becomes so much higher right now, and so and that's really, really helpful. So really, the organization of the conference has a lot to do with facilitating the conversation, happening, and also, of course, us as providers, we are, looking for developing new relationships and new contacts, no matter what. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be I would say a current need or a current business that needs to happen right now. Just the fact of meeting people and developing relationships, and with time, when it happens, it happens. When business develops, it develops. But it's very important to have the setting itself conducive for those conversations. Yes, because it informs you about their point of views, right? And how they look at things. And it helps you also formulate an angle for the discussion that really resonates with them. Because those presentations, and sometimes the blogs, it doesn't have to be only presentations. Sometimes in writing, right? They write blogs, or they participate in a certain panel, right? And so all of these are very important because it gives us an idea about how they think and how they approach certain areas. And that is also very informative in terms of how we develop the conversation with them.